We're going to bring in Josh Redder. He is the Network Outreach Manager for the Animal Care Network. Josh, thank you for being with us.
Thank you for having me, Ronnie.
I've never met you. I volunteered with the Animal Care Network years ago when Pam was still there. And she was such an amazing person and an amazing champion for the pets of Pontiac. For those not familiar with the Animal Care Network, fill us in on the work that you all do.
So, we are an outreach organization here in the city of Pontiac. And what we do is we provide free spay and neuter. We also provide food and other supplies to people that may not be able to afford it. A lot of people have lost their jobs right now, so they can't take care of their family members, their furry family members that they need to be able to take care of. We also offer limited veterinary services as well.
I I'm just thinking about all of because so many of the people that you do serve are lower economic families and individuals, and so when they're struggling to put food on the table, they want to be able to keep the pets in their homes as well because they become members of their family. But feeding their pets is probably the last thing that they can be able to do. So where do you get your donations to fill in that gap?
So it is all strictly donations that we work off of. So we have some wonderful supporters that do donate throughout the year. But with the pandemic, we had our two huge fundraisers that we do every year that have been canceled for this year. Luckily, we were able to reschedule them for 2021, but it doesn't help us out right now. We haven't stopped what we're doing. We still deliver 200 bags of dog food, 200 bags of cat food every month. And that does cost quite a bit of money. So donations are greatly appreciated. Like you said, with the people, and especially during this pandemic, right now, a lot of the people that we serve, I would say probably 40% are elderly. Their pets are the only family that they have, and it's their company, their companion. And they've been locked in the house and not able to leave. And we're the only ones that are able to provide that food for them. So that's one way that we just strictly help out. Without us, their pets, they might have no other choice but to put them in a shelter.
The thought of that breaks my heart, Josh, because I'm a pet parent. Tyler is a pet parent as well, and our pets are our lives. And so, knowing that, how has this been? I would imagine donations, are they down right now for you in your organization?
Donations are down right now. Yes, donations are down. Um, but we haven't stopped. We're out there 6 days a week.
So, what is it if someone is listening to this right now and they want to help? What is it that is on the top of your list?
Top of the list really is money, because money, what we will do with that money is we can go out and purchase the dog food that we distribute throughout the community. And we can also use that money as well to pay for vet visits that are needed in the community as well.
Josh Redder with us. He is the network outreach manager of the Animal Care Network, joining us today on the Oakland County MegaCast. So, Josh, with your regular fundraising and donation drives not being, of course, in play this year because of the pandemic, what kind of efforts are being made by the organization in order to keep the work going and maybe even still bring in some donations through outreach into the community and through other means?
Yeah, so we recently just did a food drive through our friends at Pet Supplies Plus, where they could go online and do an online order for food. And we would go and pick the food up, and then we were able to distribute that to the county or throughout the community, which is a wonderful thing. We also have a great relationship with Oakland County Animal Control as well. They get a lot of food donated that they're not able to use. So they in turn pass it over to us, and we're able to get that out to the people that need it.
So, Josh, when I think about food, because we have a rescue dog and she's on this raw dog food diet now that my husband is making, but we also mix it with her hard dog food. And when you mess with that combination at all, it
Mhm.
can cause digestive issues. So when people want to donate food, is there a specific time, or is that hard for you, or it's just better to be able to feed these animals because otherwise they wouldn't get any food at all?
With the people that we are helping, they are to the point where it's just better to feed the animals. They need some type of nourishment. So there are requests out there from some of our clients for certain types of food, and we try to fill those the best that we can. But they understand as well that we only have what we get. So most of the time we do use Purina dog chow or Purina cat chow. And that is what we are able to purchase and hand out to the community.
So I know the backbone of so much of the work that you do is through your volunteers.
Yes.
How is it been for you to be able to get volunteers right now? Are there some that have been hesitant to continue the work because of COVID?
There are some, which is understandable. You've got to keep yourself and your family safe. But we do have quite a few that are still going out every Sunday. Every Sunday, we have volunteer teams that get together and we'll hit the streets. And that's our big push day, where we could have anywhere between 25 and 30 addresses that we hit in that one day. On an average day, Monday through Friday, we are pushing 15 to 20. So the Sundays are a big push for us. And that is all because of our volunteers that we're able to do that.
And just so people know, when you're talking about you hit the streets, so
Mhm.
they basically Animal Care Network has street outreach per se for these animals, and so there will be a list of addresses, and then you'll team volunteers up, or maybe you're just with someone already that you know, and then you go and you try to hit those addresses and deliver the food and things of that nature to the needed homes. I know that when I was doing it years ago, you also were able to give maybe dog houses for the dogs that were outdoors, or hay or straw, things of that nature. Is that still the case? Because right now, so many people are buying, I think it's straw that you, is it straw or hay that you need for the dog
It
houses?
is straw.
It is straw.
It is straw.
Okay,
Mhm.
because I always get that mixed up. I don't know why, but right now, because of so many people with their Halloween decorations, if they're going to be taking it down and they have those bales of straw, they can donate those to you and your organization, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, there is the decorative straw as well, which a lot of that isn't natural, it's plastic. But if it is actual straw, the natural straw, we can use that. That provides warmth for a dog that may be outside in the wintertime. We don't see as many outside dogs as we once did. However, they are still out there. We do provide as much education as we can. We also do provide the dog houses and the straw as well.
How do I know if I go to a farmer's market and I buy the straw? How do I know if it's decorative or it can be reused and donated? Because I don't want to drop off stuff to you that you can't use. Because
Right.
typically I'll go through my neighborhood and be like, hey, can I have that? Can I have that? Can I have that? But how do we know the difference to make sure we get you what you need?
Well, if you bought it at a farmer's market, it's natural. If you go to, say, Target and it comes wrapped in a package, or Joann's fabric, most of the time that is going to be partially plastic.
Oh, that's good to know. It's so good to know. I will say, for people who are thinking about volunteering, who want to get involved, the thing that I love about the Animal Care Network and what you do is you do get to have that face-to-face, one-on-one contact with the people in the community and their pets as well. However,
Mhm.
it can also be heartbreaking. So when you're recruiting volunteers, what type of volunteers do you need? And and how do you help prepare them for some of the things they may see and encounter on the streets?
So I always say animal welfare is about animals, but it is much more about the people. So you need to be a compassionate person, and you need to understand that. So coming in and saying that you love animals more than you like people, it's probably not going to be a thing for you, because you have to be compassionate to the people and their circumstances, and understand that the people that we see, they want to do the right thing for their pet. So with us being there, we're helping them out, by being able to do the right thing for their pet, and also being able to keep them in their home, and in the home that they know and that they love. And then a lot of the circumstances that we see, that's just conversations. And I don't think anybody in animal welfare has ever gone a day without crying, because of course you see that stuff daily. And it's going to tug at your heartstrings, because it does take a compassionate person to do what we do.
Josh, with that, is dog fighting still an issue that you're encountering on the streets? And I will say, for me, I was typically out with a crew on the streets of Pontiac. I don't know if that's still the area that you mainly focus on, if you've expanded beyond just Pontiac, but is that something you're still encountering on the streets, the dogs that are being either used for bait or the ones that are being used for the actual dog fights?
So it is something that is still very prevalent in the community, unfortunately. And it is something that we work closely with the Sheriff's Department and Oakland County Animal Control as well, to report those incidents that we see right away.
Josh Redder with us on the Oakland County MegaCast. He is the Network Outreach Manager with the Animal Care Network, joining us today on the program. Josh, before we let you go, just another few minutes here with you today. Is there anything else that's coming up through the Animal Care Network that will require some help from the community, and how can people get involved if there are any of these events or any of these outreach programs coming up?
So visit our Facebook page. You can visit our Facebook page at Michigan Animal Adoption Network /Animal Care Network. Also our website as well, MichiganAnimalAdoptionNetwork.org. And we have Giving Tuesday, which is coming up, where we will have live stream videos of us out in the streets delivering the food and doing what we do, while also asking for donations. And then we also have, we're always looking for volunteers throughout the week, also on Sundays as well. So if you are interested in volunteering with our organization, please visit our website. There is an application, and I will call you back as soon as I get that application.
Josh Redder with us here on the Oakland County MegaCast. He is with the Network Outreach Manager for the Animal Care Network. So great having you with us here on the show. Quickly, before we let you go, do you want to give out that Facebook page and that website? And also, besides food, do you also need any other items such as blankets, leashes, collars, things of that nature?
Leashes and collars are wonderful. We could also use kitty litter and kitty litter boxes as well. Those are huge things that we go through too. We do the food, but we also do the cat litter as well, because that's needed for our cat owners. Our website is MichiganAnimalAdoptionNetwork.org.
See, Josh, I'm so bad because I'm a dog owner, because, you know, dogs rule and cats drool. So I always tend to, and Tyler's he has kitty cats, so
I'm pretty neutral.
So I always tend to forget about the cats. I'm so bad about that, but that is great to know. And hopefully anyone who is watching this as well will be able to step out and help. And I will say the one thing that is great about what all of you do, you are on the streets and you are working directly with the people and the pets in need. It's not an easy job by any means. It can be absolutely heartbreaking, especially going into these harsh winter months as well that will be ahead of us. So thank you for all that you're doing, and hang in there. I know this pandemic has not been easy on all of you.
Well, thank you so much. We appreciate that.